the concept behind the Ginposium is to bring together all the interested parties, from distillers and producers to people who are selling it, people who are marketing it, all together to share their passion, share their knowledge.
As a distiller, we are relatively new. So today was really about getting that message across that actually you can transfer some of the technology and knowledge that you have from our heritage in brewing and apply it to distilling as well. So in creating our gin and vodka brands, we want to get something out there and really tell the story behind them, and that there is a real knowledge and passion behind those products. The success of many small craft distillers shows that you don't have to have such a big budget, and actually what you really benefit from is getting out there, spreading the word, inviting journalists to come and see you, come and taste your products, getting out to craft shows as well to get your product tasted by consumers. There's a real appetite for tasting a wide variety of gins. I think many people who are into gin won't just have one or two in their cupboard, they'll have 15 or 20. So you want to be out there and part of that.
When you first become educated in a particular topic, what you might not appreciate is that that area or that sector is evolving all the time. So you do need to keep up with the most recent findings, the most recent way of doing things, and even down to the most recent legislation. And that involves continuing professional development. And there are a raft of different courses that you can do that will keep you up to date. But if you're up to date, then that actually releases you to be able to be very creative with your gins, but in the right technical, sensory and legislative framework.
The point of the tasting was to emphasise and illustrate this idea of terroir in gin, which is somewhat different to terroir in wine. It's very much about how the botanicals and the flavour of the botanicals can capture the essence, the air and the character of the local area where the distillery is. This idea of a regional element to gin making to an extent already exists, but I think it's quite possible as we get more and more distilleries embrace terroir, that actually we might start to be able to draw some characteristics and some common elements between them. And I think that's why we might see the rise of categories.
We've been tasting different gins, we've been talking about the possibility of terroir, which is a very interesting space. We've been talking about the way in which different botanicals create novel flavours, and we've also been talking about styles and where they sit within this framework. So I think there's two things really. I think we need to be able to encourage those who have not yet really formed an opinion about gin to help them navigate the styles that are already there. But I'm very excited about the possible evolution of new styles, which is actually where gin should also go.
It's been great, really interesting. Lots of, a wide variety of people from a marketing side and a more technical side. Competitors sitting alongside one another, but actually we're all really passionate about gin. We all want to learn from each other and share our experiences. We want to shout about our own stories as well as hearing others. It's been really fantastic.
Ginposium is a really good idea because it brings together a collective mix of the industry, the trade, scientists, master distillers, rectifiers, and I think just bringing that fountain of knowledge to people, and we all learn and share different information between each other.
Well, the presentations we've heard today have been very varied, and I think all of them have had great substance, very helpful to the audience and the people that are developing their own gins and expanding their business. So we've understood about base spirit and the role it can play. We've understood about the role of botanicals and the differences and what that brings to the ultimate taste. We've seen how you can launch a new brand. We've seen the importance of design for a new brand, and we've seen also how the government and government agencies and trade bodies can help to sell the gin both in the UK and internationally. So really, if you're a gin distiller, if you're a young new entrepreneur and you want to understand more about how you can build your business, everything we've seen today is very relevant, very helpful to that.